Hey, what's up? So I will show you now some basic operations we can do. So first thing, we can invoke this function or this value. This returns a function, and we can invoke it, and it will just behave like jQuery. So we can put selectors here. So first thing we might select is give me all divs, and convert these to array, and then give me the length. So let's find how many divs there is in this web page. So this is very simple example, I know, but just to show that this works like jQuery. So 30 divs. So let's go and make sure that this is correct. So this is the source. So as you can see, there's 30 divs. I'm not putting this because there is usually you would put classes and stuff like that. So I'm just looking for the opening. You can actually do this, which might be more accurate, the ending tag. So yeah, 30 divs. You can actually get things by ID as well, so just like jQuery. So as you can see, we have a lot of things or a lot of tags that have an ID. So let's go and look for this my tooltip. Maybe we can get the inner HTML for that. I know, simple example, but so I'm selecting the element with the ID my tooltip, then HTML. Just give me the HTML for that. Sorry, Control S. Copy infinite symbol to clipboard, which is correct. So you can do a lot. You can just treat this just like any DOM you will usually use, jQuery. You can modify nodes, insert nodes, but it's a little bit harder because there is no UI. So I think now we can move into create something more useful or more interesting. I will create a class here called composer.json .javascript. I will make the C capital. This is a class. So I will just export the class by default. So class, I will call it DOM scraper composer. So in the constructor, it accepts a Cheerio instance, and this $sign will be equal to that Cheerio instance. So we can use it in any function in this class. So first thing, I will create DOM to JSON function, which defines the main parents. So anything here in this array, my idea was to like this, the head and the body. I will go to the head and the body and get their children. Then for each element in their children, I will go to look for its children, and so on until at some point I will reach the end of the tree, and I will have the whole DOM node starting from the head and the body, like visualized in a data structure. And actually this could be a property, but I don't think it matters because this is a really small application. So I will return main parents.map. So for each parent, I'll call it name. I will return an object. I'll return the name itself, the children count, how many children this node have, which is in this case only the head and the body. So this will be equal to this dot children array, and give it the name. I need to create as well this function. So this will get an element string or the name of the element. I will call it EL. This will just return this $sign. I will select this element from the DOM that I have, and then I will grab its children and convert them to array. So like this, in any element you have, you can know how many children it has. So for example, now I can put length here, since this returns an array. this returns an array, so I can just put a length here. Now another interesting part, I need to, whenever I see a child, to get the length of the children for this child and go to its children and do the same for them. At the end I will reach a child that will be considered a leaf in the tree. So when I reach that, I will stop. So this, if you think about it, this is a tree data structure. I need to traverse from parent to child, then to child, until I reach a leaf. So this requires me to write a recursive function. So I will create a function called get child data. This will accept an array. This will just accept an array, which is the same array as this one. What I will do, I will return this array and I will map it, and each element in this array I will grab the length of its children. So const len will be equal to this $sign element dot I think we can do this element dot length like this. This is the length of the children of the current element, and now const node info be equal to name. I will select the current element I am on, and I will get the tag name. So no matter if this is a div or span or h1, I will get the tag name for this current element. So to get this, also in jQuery you could put prop tag name. I think if you know jQuery and you are good with it, you will be fine doing this kind of stuff. And another thing, I will get the children count. So this will be the length. Now if I have a length that is bigger or equal to 1, node info will basically, if I have a length that is still bigger than 1, which means I need to traverse more with in the tree, I will just call the function again. So node info dot, so here will be 1 dot children will be equal to array this dot get child data. Get child data. I will pass this dot children array of the current element, and this returns an array or should return an array, which is the node info. As you can see, I'm mapping the array to node info, and I will expand this here. So we have a single array, not an array of arrays. And the children here will be equal to this dot get child data to the this dot children array, give it a name. So get, for example, if you are on the body, get the children for the body, and for each child go and grab its children, and for each children of the children go grab their children, and keep doing that. And at the end, this condition won't fire, and you will return, and we will go up to the call stack and return the first execution. So this is it. And now what we need to do, or at least what I will do just to visualize things. So I will import my composer class. I'll call it the same name. So const dom scrapper composer will equal to require composer. This is exported by default, so I don't need to. So this will equal to the class. Okay, so now const composer will be equal to new dom scrapper composer, and I will pass the Cheerio instance. I will pass the Cheerio instance there or to it. Now const Json will be equal to composer.dom to JSON. Now I will use the same write file sync. I will use the same kind of format here. So let me copy paste into JSONs. I'm not sure if you can name it like that, but yeah, to JSONs. The same thing here applies, but here will be .json, and here I will show you a trick here. So JSON.stringify JSON null and 2. So null is the, I think it's replacer. So this will convert the JSON to string. If you want to replace some strings in that string, you will pass a callback function here, but I want 2 is the separator. This will give it a space between each I think property, but basically this means it will make it look very nice. I will show you with this and without this what the JSON will look like. So let's run it. Hopefully I did not make anything wrong. We should see if I find the JSONs. Unhandled. I think this is because the internet connection. Do I have internet connection? Yeah, this is because of the internet connection. But as you can see, I run it again and everything is fine. So we have this JSON. So it will be an array of 2 properties. The first one is the head. It has 21 children, and the body has 6 children. So and these are the 21 children, these are the 6. So if you go to these, or let me go to that 21 because they don't have any children. I remember this. So it's all zeros, but this is the tag name, as you can see, link, meta, style. And for the children of the body, this is the header. The header have a div. The div has 2 children, a div and another div. Each one has another couple of children. This one has 1, this one has 2, and as you can see, it will be nested like this. So this is like not sure if this is really good example about web scraping, but I think it's something interesting. It will maybe make you start if you are working with web scrapers, because you would think that there is so much into it, but most of the time that this will be it. You will scrap a part of the application or part of a web page. You will scrap some data from it. Some cases some websites or some cases requires you to have credentials. You need to Google how to make or how to create an authorized request to a website, maybe with your credentials. So it's really not that hard. But this is basically the basics, and just like I showed you, oops, I closed it, but this website that I made is basically using the same JSON generated here. So this is the infinite levels. It will go as deep as it has to go. So if I added here maybe a large website like npm in the URL, you will see like very big JSON. So let's test that. Hopefully my laptop will handle that. Okay, yeah, so everything is fine. Yeah, this is it. This is the npm link, or the DOM representation for this npm website, or npm route in this package, for this package. So yeah, I think npm is not that. Maybe if you go to GitHub, yeah, I will go to this link, which is one of my repos. It's about core. So let's try to do this. This should take some time, I believe. GitHub have very big website in terms of the DOM nodes. If you think about it, when they display the code, the folder structure and all of that, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's really nice to look at this here. So yeah, it's basically a tree, but represented in JSON. Look how much this is nested. Yeah, I hope this was useful in any way. As I said, there is a code, or this code is hosted on a repo. You will find a link in the description. Yeah, thank you.